Hey everyone, welcome to day 8 of 100 days of AWS, and in today's video we are going to understand what a domain name is. So in previous video we had mapped our WordPress based website with a static IP. Now our task would be to create a domain name or book a domain name and map it to that static IP. Now to do that we need to first book a domain name, and if you haven't seen my previous video, go ahead and check it out. I have given the link in the description box. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe to my channel as well, because so that you are notified of the new videos that I'm posting every day. Now in today's checklist, we are going to see how the URLs are structured, what is a domain name, how to book a domain name using Lightsail. And I'm not going to book a domain name actually today. I'm just going to show you the process how to book the domain name, and then tomorrow I would be using a sample DNS zone, which you can follow the same step if you are going to book a domain name and get your website up and running with Lightsail. So first of all, let us understand how the URLs are structured. Alright, so if I give you an example here, so this is a complete URL. You can take any example here. Now the first part, HTTPS, is the protocol. Now when you're working with your browser, for example Google Chrome or Firefox, you can only use only a couple of protocol like HTTP, HTTPS or FTP. Now this is the protocol. Then you have the colon and double slash, which specifies that it would follow a URL or uniform resource locator. Now then you have the www or www. This is called the subdomain. So subdomain can be mapped to any other resource. For example, if you go to the Lightsail, the subdomain is lightsail.aws. So this is a complete subdomain which would be mapped to a different resource. Then you have the domain name. Example, this is my domain name. .com is the TLD, top level domain. So when you need to book a domain name, you need to go to a registrar and specify what type of domain name you are planning to book and what would be the TLD. So these days there are a lot of TLDs available, but the popular ones are .com, .org, .net, and then you have country specific TLD, for example .co.uk, .co.in or .in. So these are country specific TLD. Then you have the port. So this TCP port specify where you are trying to connect. Now if you are testing any application over virtual machine or over containers, then it would be very useful for you. Then you have the path to resource. For example, in Lightsail, you have ls web app home instances, which would specify what type of resource that you are trying to access. And then you have these parameters, that is key value pair. For some of the form submission or some other, I would say, parameters, you can use this value passed from the URL. These are the get parameters, and then you can access this, customize the display of the web page depending upon these parameters. So this is a URL. And you can see the essential part of the URL is a domain name and a TLD. Now if you want to book a domain name and TLD, as I mentioned, you need to go to a registrar. So for example, if I go to namecheap.com, which is one of the registrar, I can just type what type of domain name that I want to book. And you can just click on search, and what it would do, it would provide you the complete list of the TLDs that are available for you to book. For example, .io, .xyz, .pro, and you have .org and .net. And then this is the cost of the booking of that domain name. Now if you want to do the same thing with Lightsail, you need to go to the Amazon Lightsail, go to domain and DNS, and click on register domain name. Now I will try to look for 100 days aws.com and check its availability. So once you check its availability, it will specify whether the domain name is available or not. This is the cost of domain name, that is $13 USD. And if you click on automatic domain renewal, so this cost is per year. So every year this domain would be renewed depending upon whatever the price have been for that year. Also you can change the term for 10 years if you are starting a business, and just pay 130 USD so that it is registered to your business. Now second thing is your domain contact information. Now this is also called the whois info. So if you want to go to whois, so if you want to check any whois for any website or any domain name, you can just type the domain name here in whois lookup and Google for it, and you can see this is the current details, like what is the who is the registrar, when it was registered on. So it was registered on 15th September 1997, and when it is going to expire, and the registrant contact, administrative contact and technical contact. So you have to provide all these three details and it is available in public domain. Now, if you don't select this privacy protection, which is here, your email and your phone number would be available over the internet. So I would recommend that you always, whenever you are booking a domain name, have this privacy protection enabled. So the good part is when you book a domain name with Lightsail, you also have the DNS zone created. So this DNS zone can be used to map your IP address to your domain name. And once you click on register domain name, it would be available to you so that you can use it. Now, I'm not going to book a domain name, but I've shown you the steps. If you want to proceed and book this domain name, you can go ahead and book your domain name for your website or for whatever business you are trying to start. And I will tell you in the next video how you can map your domain name with your IP address so that your domain name routes to your Lightsail instance where your website is running. So thanks for watching today's video. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you tomorrow in the next video.